Cole, you had maybe a little bit of bad luck before kickoff, losing 3 with COVID, another 2 injuries. So I don't know how many injuries you've got now. So how did you cope, do you think?
Yeah, look, I couldn't be any prouder of the players tonight. I thought they were outstanding. The football we played tonight was excellent. We just couldn't get a goal. We threw everything at it, but we just couldn't get a goal. As you said, we lost 3 players yesterday after training with COVID. So it was, I take my hat off to the players that came in. We'd worked on certain things this week, and then to have to change at short notice, it was difficult. And there was only with the injuries as well. It's they're only light injuries, so it's just what happens with the schedules that we've got. Last week with 10 men on a heavy pitch, a couple of boys pulled up a bit sore, but but tonight we were, gave everything. We just couldn't get the ball in the net.
So just jumping to Friday before we go back again. So these 3 boys, they're going to be out for Friday's game. Is that how it works?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I haven't looked at that far ahead, to be honest. We'll just see, what happens.
So is there a chance, because obviously they're in camp, that it could keep spreading?
Yeah, look, it's gone right through the club this week. The whole office staff we've nearly wiped out the whole office staff this week. So it's, unfortunately, we've done exceptionally well so far this year, and hopefully it doesn't affect us too much, at this busy time of the season at the end. But, I thought the boys, dealt exceptionally well with it tonight. I thought, we were really the only side that was playing football there tonight. They, wasted a lot of time, falling over a lot, delaying the game. That's not, I don't believe that's how to play football, but, they got the point, so they can do whatever they like.
How about Toure? What's up?
Yeah, he's dislocated the shoulder. You can see it on the replay. The players, how he got hold of his arm and pulled it right back like that, and right in front of the referee and linesman. Nothing. Our players get booked for little things all over. All season. Maybe I need to start complaining to the referees about the referees as well, more like a lot of the other coaches do, and maybe we'll get a little bit better rub with the green, because that was what the player did to him. It was frightening.
So he had 2, one on each side. So he had 2 players, one on each side.
Yeah. Well, one of the players had hold of his arm and pulled it right back, almost like a chicken wing. So, and nothing was done. Right in front of the linesman, right in front of the referee. Play on. There's another white challenge. Their player, he almost cuts one of our players in half, and we got the advantage, but you can still go back and book him. But it doesn't happen. If it's our player, it happens. You can look at it all season. We've been harshly dealt with. I think we've had more yellow cards than anyone else in the A-League. It happens every week. Our players get booked for, their first challenge. It's disappointing, but that's what we've had to deal with all season.
So how can you adjust this? Do you need to speak to the boss?
Maybe we have to. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I need to complain more, because we don't complain. Yeah. Well, I've had a lot of apologies this year from the referee's boss, because they've made mistakes for crucial moments in games that's cost us goals. But that doesn't matter, does it? It happens out in the game. It sets the tone of the game. When things one way go, let go, and the other way it doesn't. But that's what happens. It's football. It's disappointing. Tonight, as I said, I thought our players were excellent. We played some good football tonight. As you said, with the resources that we had as well, I was very happy.
Like you talked about, obviously COVID in the office as well. How hard is it then to get a home game up and managed and dealt with if you've got a lot of the office staff off?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I think we had to call in a few extras to come in and help. I'm not even sure if we had to get some guys from the FA to come over to help us. I'm not sure. We were down to bare bones in the office, so it's I think all the clubs have had to deal with it, so we have to deal with it and carry on.
And decision to select your centre back tonight. Obviously, you had 2 probably to choose from. You say you sent and Kwande. What was the decision making or the thought process behind one or not the other?
Yeah, just Issa is, his passing range is a lot longer than Wande, and we wanted to use Mo a lot more in behind tonight, which, they only lasted 20 minutes. But I thought Issa tonight was outstanding. He was outstanding. I don't think anyone got past him, and, some of his passing and his decision-making was outstanding.
But even as a defender, I mean, a couple of the informed strikers or attackers of the competition, he stood his ground almost every time.
Yeah, he was outstanding tonight, as you said, and that's the quality that you get with Issa, and it's unfortunate that we lost that quality in the middle of the park, having to put him back there, but, that's unfortunately at the moment we've only got one central defender fit in the club at the moment. We've got 4 on the injured list, which is unfortunate, but, we have to make do.
With the injury to Mo and Iwasuki started almost like a number 10 at the start of the game, were you actually a little bit annoyed because they actually seemed to be working all right with Mo making those runs in behind, and Iwasuki's a number 10 and then you had to move him up front and change the shape a little bit? Yeah,
we had to change a little bit, but as I said, I thought the players adapted, before the game, with the change in tactics. We had to change our tactics and what we'd worked on during the week to how we were going to play, and the players, they carried it out, and as I said, they played some great stuff tonight. I enjoyed watching us play. We just couldn't get the ball in the net.
Just with the victory towards the end, they really have 2 banks of 4 really around the 18-yard box, and you're pressing and trying to find space. What's the message that you're giving to particularly your attacking players in that?
Yeah, look, it's in the end, we had a lot of opportunities to get the ball in the box, and we had some good opportunities. It's just about moving the ball quickly and getting those players in between, and try and get good combinations. And at times it worked, and at times we just couldn't get the ball in the right spot, or they defended. You got to take your hat off. They defended exceptionally well.